Good morning. It's Sunday. We're having a lazy, still in pyjamas day. Always in no makeup, as per. So you're going to have to listen over the screaming children, I'm afraid. So I'm going to make leaven. So this is my starter, which I fed last night, and I've been feeding for a couple of days because I had not fed it for a week. And just to kind of freshen it up and make it nice. And because my kitchen is freezing, it hadn't grown that much, and so it's been in a warming drawer for a bit, and now it's recovered. So I'm going to make leaven. So the starter, we just keep about this much. This is the 10 grams of starter that we feed every day with 50 grams of rye flour and 50 grams of water. And this we just feed every day and we keep it in the fridge. You don't need to keep massive vats of starter, you just don't. So this is my starter. When I'm ready to make bread, I will make a leaven, which I normally do in here, in this, but because it's freezing today and it's 10:30, it's a bit late to make a leaven. If I want to make bread today, I'm going to put this in a warming drawer, so that's why it's in this plastic container. But also just to show you that you just put it in any container you want, it doesn't matter. So sometimes I do it in this. Today I'm doing it in this. And just a note about this, in the summer when it's really hot, I will make my leaven at like 9:30, 10 in the morning, and it's ready to go by about 3, 4 o'clock. Whereas in the winter now, I would have probably made this at like 7 a.m. and then it will be ready at some point in the afternoon because it's cold. And my kitchen is particularly cold in the winter at the moment, I'm finding. So the leaven is super simple. It's basically just a bigger starter. That's all it is. It's essentially the same thing. So there we go. 20 grams of starter per loaf of bread. Okay. I'm making 2 loaves of bread, so I'm going to be a bit more. I'm going to put 40 grams. Okay. Again, this is now discard. There will be some leaven left over to make a new starter. This is discard. I am definitely going to make the kids pancakes with this right now, so don't throw it away. And then so I've got my starter, and then to that I'm going to add some, let me have a look, just try not to drop flour all over the floor. Petra, can you leave the grill alone, please? Thank you. I should have opened this bag beforehand, shouldn't I? Right, so we're going to put 20 grams of starter and 100 grams of the flour that you want to make the bread with, really. So this is now strong white bread flour. Starter is rye, leaven is, I'm going to make a white loaf. Can you stop? Go on your bike super fast. Go race daddy. Ready? Meow. Off you go. Off you go. There you go. This is why I can't be a vlogger. So 100 grams of strong white flour. And again, I'm making 2 loaves-ish. So I'm going to put 200 grams in there. Want to go on the trampoline? All right. Okie dokie. All right, cool. I don't have an affiliation with this flour, by the way. It's just a really nice flour that somebody gifted me. And then the same amount of water, 200 grams of water. And a note about the water. So you can use the temperature of the water to control this. So allegedly the optimum is like 28 degrees. So it's sort of on the warmer side of lukewarm. If your kitchen's really, really hot and you want to slow it down, you can make it colder. My kitchen is really cold today and I need to speed this thing up a bit, so I've made this a bit warmer. So you can play with the temperatures of the water and see what effect it has on this. But just remember, the warmer, the faster it will be. So I want 200 grams of water, so it's basically the same amounts, same quantities. Let's see, that's 200. Then give it all a really, really nice good mix up. with the kids' gate crashing in the background. And then I will show you the difference. So the leaven is just going to be a bit looser than the starter was, because the starter is a bit more of a paste. But the leaven, for some reason, is a little bit more watery. So just mix that all up and it will do its thing. There we go. There we go. And then I would love to time lapse this for you, which maybe I'll do another day. But it's got to go in a warm drawer, I'm afraid. I don't know if I can get the iPad into the warm drawer, but there we go. So this is the rye starter that we've been feeding for a couple of days, which is now discard. This is the leaven, the white wheat leaven that we are going to make a loaf of bread with. Hope that makes sense. Just put the lid on loose and then just leave it, and that's it. And then that's going to be ready. I don't know what time that's going to be ready. 12 hours if it's kind of cold. Sometimes 7 hours. This is where you put your elastic band on and you see, because what you want to do is you want to catch it on the rise. So you want to catch it as it's going up, and then it will kind of halt, and then it will start coming down again. And then that's, you sort of want to catch it before the coming down bit, so it's like at the liveliest. And that's why we want to put an elastic band around there and just kind of keep an eye on it. You get to know over time, so what it's doing. So that's it. I will come back to you when this is ready. Right. So it's evening time. This is my leaven. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but basically it is all bubbly. My kitchen is freezing. The funny thing is, in the summer when it's boiling, it creates havoc with my bread, and when it's winter and it's freezing, it's havoc with my bread. So I'm going to make bread this evening, which will go in the oven tomorrow, because we're going to do a long overnight prove. So the thing that got me about sourdough for the longest time was not the sourdough making itself, it was the timing. So what I tend to do is get my starter out of the fridge Wednesday, Thursday, feed it morning, evening for a couple of days, just get it going, because it's been in the fridge all week, or it's been left on the kitchen top all week. And then feed the starter Thursday night, make a leaven Friday morning, bread Friday night, and then bake it Saturday morning. And what I tend to do is mix the bread the first time, just mix the dough together at about 7, then put the bath on for the kids. And then in an hour's time, stretch and fold, and then in an hour's time, stretch and fold, and then a bit of bench rest, and we'll go from there. So I will do another video about my method of doing bread. And the methods come from the E5 Bakehouse in East London, who are amazing, and I did a course for them, and I think this is a take on some sort of French loaf of bread. So this is the leaven. I'm going to take 10 or 20 grams out of this leaven and mix it with 50 grams of rye and 50 grams of water and make a new starter, which I'll use next week. Give it an hour to sort of come alive, and either keep it out and feed it tomorrow or put it in the fridge for next week. And that's it. So you're always going to continue your starter with your leftover leaven. And so that is it. 12 hours, leaven-ish, or shorter if you've had it in the proving drawer like I have. And then I will now show you how I make my bread. Right, when all of that is done, you're going to need starter for next time. So take your leaven and just put 20 grams of it. Oh, that was a bit messy. And you can put 10 grams, doesn't matter. I'm not super precise with it. That's a bit messy. Anyway, sort it out in a sec. So 20 grams of this leaven, chuck that away now. Or again, mix it with some flour, make a little dough, make some pita breads, absolutely lovely. I just cannot be bothered. But yeah, with the leaven, there's always some left over. So there's some left over, so you can make a new starter. You should always also have enough for something else. So I'll often mix something together. Just mix a quick dough with salt and water, and just make some nice pita breads or pizza base or whatever. It's easy. So 50 grams of rye, same all the time, equal rye and water. And that is that. And that is your new starter for next time. All ready. There we go. Hi. Okay. Here's the witching hour. So, same as before, same. Mix it round. Lovely, lovely. And this is rye now. So we've used the strong white flour to make our leaven, which we're making a strong white loaf of bread. But now I'm making a new starter. It's going to be rye again. Yeah. So, and then that's just going to sit in the kitchen top before, probably be neglected and not fed for a few days. Until Wednesday, I'll realise that it's sat there doing nothing, and then I'll start reviving it again for the weekend. Or just give that an hour to kind of have a little thing going on, and then just chuck it in the fridge until next week. Ta-da!